What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Happy 2022. I know yesterday was technically the start of 2022, but today's the second, and still just want to wish you happy 2022. And we're going to start off the year with a new format. Now, it's not super new. Mahone, you know who Mahone is, right? Tricky Jim, Andrew Mahone, a good friend of mine, invented this really cool format. It's a TCG Singleton format. Called the Gym Leader Challenge. So what Singleton is, well, you only play one of each card outside of energy cards. Now, sometimes this does happen in cubes, and I think that's where Andrew really got this concept from was from cube drafting, and then from there created this really cool structure where you play from black and white own, playing only one of your card. And what we're going to do today is talk about my Gym Leader Challenge experience. I played my first tournament yesterday, which was Saturday. Unfortunately, didn't do so hot, but we'll talk about it. And then we'll look at some deck lists, right? So you have, you learn about the format, you learn about my experience, and then you'll see some deck lists from this, and you can see what can kind of happen. So let's go over the rules. The rules are your deck can only contain one type of Pokemon. In this instance, we're picking Grass, because Grass, obviously, my guy. Grass is my thing. I love grass Pokemon. Only one of each card with the same name allowed in the deck, except for Basic Energy. Cards with rule blocks are not allowed. A-Spec cards are not allowed. Leo cards are black and white and onwards, so like expanded format pretty much. 60-card decks are built and 6-prize games are played with the most current Pokemon TCG rule. That's it. Pretty easy. For official rulings and clarifications, please check the FAQ ruling page. So let's click on the ruling page. And I'll have a link down below to the Gym Leader Challenge. You literally just Google Gym Leader Challenge and it's the first website it pops up. What types of cards have rule blocks? Cards with the rule blocks cannot be played in GLC. This includes Pokemon V, EX, GX, Break, and Prism Star, including Prism Star Trainer and Energy cards. In addition, for the purpose of the format, A-Spec cards are treated as rule block cards and are not permitted. Just because they're so broken, if you draw into them really early, then you can win games. So that's why. Cannot play more than one Pokemon with the same name as long as it's not the same card. You can only play one Pokemon of the same card name. One Bulbasaur, one Ivysaur, one Venusaur. However, two type of species of Pokemon that can play as long as they're a different name. As example, Shiny, Genesect, and Genesect, or Alolan Grimer and Grimer. So basically, like this deck plays Shiny Genesect. I can play Shiny Genesect and regular Genesect, but I can't play both two different Shiny Genesects in the deck. What about evolution of Pokemon that evolve from basics or a different type? Cards that are one type and evolve into a different type cannot play in the same deck. Like Eevee, cards cannot be played. So I think, what is it saying? I think, why can't I play Eevee? Because too long, don't read. Someone tried to this page. Yeah, so you can't play Eevee because you can only play one Eevee. So, right? Yeah, don't worry about that. So, basically, you can only play one type of Pokemon. So you can't play Eevee, basically. Can I use dual-type Pokemon? Dual-type Pokemon are allowed as long as one of their types matches your deck type. The card must physically be two types in order to play in either deck. Volcarona STS can be played in Fire Grass deck, but Glade can only be played in Psychic deck. So there's some Pokemon that are split types, and I'll pull up one real quick. So let's pull up Bisharp. Right, so you scroll over, and this Bisharp right here can be played in Dark and Metal decks, if you're wondering. Or Steel decks, whatever you call it. Can I use tool cards that grant additional attack even if it's a GX attack? Tools that add an attack to Pokemon are allowed, like Normalize, Tackle. Can I play with Celebration Classic cards and promos? The Classic Collection cards are not permitted in GLC unless they are black and white owned. It means that Reshiram and Zekrom are playable in GNC. Basically following the same rules as Pokemon. Can I play with cards that say this card cannot be in official tournaments on them? Cards like Zacian Level X, Dragapult Prime, etc. They are not legal. Can I use more than one type basic energy deck? Yes. So you can play Grass Energy, you can play Fire Energy, you can play Lightning, you can play as many different types of energy cards in your deck. Are amazing rare Pokemon allowed? Yes. Can I play cards like Robo Substitute, Unidentified Fossil, and Lily Pokédoll deck? Yes. Can I play multiple cards in my deck with the same effect like Boss Orders and Lysanders? You can only play one Boss Order or one Lysander in your deck, not both because of the official Pokemon ruling. Similarly, you can only play one Research, Sycamore, or Juniper. There is no restriction on double colors or twin energy because they are different names. You can also combine Hop, Howl, Tierno, or Cheer in the same deck. TPCI doesn't have an official rule against this. So you can play one Hop, one Howl, one Tierno, one Cheer, but you can only play one Boss Order, one Lysander because that's what the rules say. Can I play with foreign cards in my deck? For tournament play, it is recommended that foreign cards are limited to 10 cards per deck. Player using foreign cards must have reference available at request. Can I play with World Championship card? World Championship cards are legal if you want to, but must be used with completely opaque sleeves. Can I play with proxies? Proxies are great for casual play, but should not be allowed in GLC tournaments. What about cards banned from standard or expanded format? This is where things get kind of interesting. Gym Leader Challenge format has its own ban list, which you can find here. If a card isn't on the list, it's fair game. So feel free to play your Forest Giant Plants, Delinquents, and Hex Maniacs. Go crazy. Who decides the rules format? The Tricky Gym Discord is where all the rules are discussed and finalized. So if we look at what cards are banned, so we'll go look at the ban list. There's only 2 right now. Lysander's Trump card and Oranguru for Sun and Moon Ultra Prism. Just because Oranguru is so disruptive and so super powerful, and Lysander's Trump card gets rid of the idea of milling your opponent out. So we don't have those cards, and so that's the only cards banned, right? And that's it. I think that's everything to talk about, right? We talked about the FAQ, we talked about the rules, talked about the ban list. So yeah, let's go over the deck. So this is the deck I played. Now this list was actually won the Full Grip Games GLC tournament that just happened. Basically, you use cards like Venusaur. It makes where each grass synergy attached to your Pokemon provides a double grass synergy. You can't play more than one Juggatono at a time. We're playing Rillaboom with the Voltage Beat, with large stress for 2 grass synergies attached to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. We play Shiinotic, which can let you search for a grass Pokemon. We are playing Shiny Genesect. So Shiny Genesect and Zarude are pretty much your 2 attackers. Because Shiny Genesect has Gaia Blaster, this attack does 20 damage times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon. And of course, this can be doubled with Venusaur. So essentially, if you use Rillaboom, get 2 grass energies, own Shiny Genesect, and they count as 4 grass energies because Jungle Totem will multiply those. There's a 1/1 Sceptile line. Sceptile has Power of Nature. Pokemon with grass energies can't be hurt by Ultra Beast, which I don't think it's too big of a deal in this format. But what we care about is Powerful Storm. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of grass energy, the amount of energy attached to all of your Pokemon. And of course, when this is manipulated by Venusaur and accelerated Rillaboom, you have a ton of energy in the field. And then Zarude has Repeated Whip. This attack does 20 damage for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. Once again, this is multiplied by Venusaur and can be powered up with Rillaboom. So that's the whole concept of the deck. Now, let's look at some other things. And more importantly, some interesting things are the base Pokemon. Like this Bulbasaur, find a friend. Search deck for grass energy. Search deck for grass Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand. Trico, search deck for grass Pokemon and reveal it and put it in your hand. We played the Grovyle. Search deck for grass Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand. Shiinotic, find a grass Pokemon. So you see you have this, we're going to search for a bunch of Pokemon. Thwackey, just going for a retreat. Just going to get for a retreat. And then even Zarude has Pack Call, which lets you search for grass energy. But if you go second and it's your first turn, you can search for 3 grass Pokemon instead of 1, then shuffle your deck. Pretty cool. And then Shiny Genesect is pretty nice. Not only can you Gaia Blaster, but you can Energy Reload, which you can move a grass energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon to power the Gaia Blaster attack. And that's the point of the deck. Yeah, you use Venusaur, Sceptile, Rillaboom, these grass energy accelerators, and you just power up Zarude and Shiny Genesect. Maybe power up Sceptile or something like that. Kick my light. So outside of that, we have a bunch of trainer cards. Now, it might look like a bunch, but it's 35, which is not too many. But remember, it is Steelton type. Let's go over all these types, and after this, we'll talk about my experience. So Evolution Instance, search for Evolution. One Evosoda, search for an Evolution, just for consistency. Tool Scrapper to get rid of tool cards and stadium cards. Ball cards are going to be a lot. Ball cards are your bread and butter in this deck. Every deck plays a bunch of ball cards. There's Love Ball, search deck for 9 HP or less. Nest Ball to search for base and put into your bench. Net Ball to grab a grass Pokemon or grass energy and put into your hand. Ordinary Rod to shuffle back 2 Pokemon or 2 basic energy or both. Quick Ball to find a basic. Rare Candy. Now remember, there's only 1 rare candy, so this is golden here. Really golden here, right? Revitalizer, put 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile to your hand, which is pretty good. You can surprise your opponent out of nowhere. Stadium Nap, just flip 2 coins for each head. Search deck for a Stadium card to put in your hand just for consistency. Super Rod, shuffle in 3 Pokemon or basic energies. Timer Ball, flip 2 coins for each head, get an evolution. Ultra Ball, discard 2, find a Pokemon. VS Seeker, get a supporter card back. Forest of Giant Plants is back. It is unbanned. This is why I was like, oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to play this because we can play Forest of Giant Plants. And with Forest Giant Plants, your grass Pokemon can evolve ASAP, which is pretty cool. And then with the Revitalizer and Forest Giant Plants out, you can like do some crazy combos there. So that's pretty nice. Tropical Beach, draw you have 7 cards in your hand, just another consistency card just to help you draw through your deck because you are playing multiple stage 2s. Ball Guide, search for 3 ball cards and put in your hand. Bird Keeper, switch active, draw 3. Ball Sorter, bring a Pokemon bench to the active. Colress, shuffle your hand to your deck, draw as many cards as bench Pokemon. Cynthia, shuffle, draw 6. Cynthia Caitlin, discard a card and get a supporter card and draw 3 cards. Erica, draw cards to mount as Pokemon your opponent's side of the field. Gladion, get a price card pretty much. Like switch one of your price cards. Guzma, switch both to active. Marnie for disruption and draw cards. In for drawing cards and disruption. Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7. Sonia, to search for 2 basic or 2 grass energies. Tate and Liza, you can either shuffle and draw 5 or switch. Teammates, if a Pokemon's knocked out, get 2 cards out of your deck and put them in your hand. Airborne for 2 retreat costs. Floatstone, free retreat. Muscle Band, do 20 more damage, and 12 grass energy. And so that's the deck. Like I said, there's a lot. I'm not going to really explain every single card. But the point of this GLC format is to decide what cards are better for you, right? Which ones do you really need? And I think with going through all of black and white, there's so many options. Like, you probably want to cut Gladion and play Peony instead to get that. Maybe play Town Map. I think Town Map is a very good card that I didn't play in this deck that I want to play now because that seems really good. Stadium Nav is, it's okay. Like, you really don't need your stadiums too bad. So I might cut that and play like a different stadium. I kind of want Shaman here because Rally Back seems really good. And I'm trying to think what else I was thinking about playing with this deck. Maybe Giant Cape, so you have like 50 more HP. That seems really cool. So you're like Shiny Genesect can like have 180 HP, which is pretty good. And then I play against the fire deck. I'm like, man, is weakness guard energy pretty good to like heal, like make sure your guys don't get one shot? I don't know. But let's do this. Let's talk about my experience with GLC and what I think going forward. And then after this, we'll just look at some top 8 decks. Because why not? Right? So let's go on my Twitter. Actually, I tweeted everything that happened. All right. So round 1, we had a no show. They said, hey, I'm not playing. Just kidding. Round 2. Now, this is where GLC gets pretty interesting. Round 2, I lost to the Grassmere, but my prize cards were Grovyle, Ivysaur, and Rillaboom. Which means I didn't have access to Venusaur, I didn't have access to Rillaboom, and I didn't have access to Sceptile. Unless I drew my 1 of Gladion. Yeah. That went bad. Round 2, I lost to Fighting. I think that game, they just like powered up their Groudon too quickly. We do have our grass weakness, but I think them being a basic and a stage 1 deck, they were like super strong. And they were able to beat me, like go up in prize cards really quickly. And then I couldn't like get back in time, if that makes sense. Because like, their Groudon did damage to their bench, and they have a throw to start doing damage. Their Donphan was one-shotting me because it is 120, and for one energy, just 120 with a Muscle Band does 140. It like knocked out my Genesect and stuff like that. So I was like, oh man, this is pretty good. Round 3, I lost to Fire, but that was probably the only game I got really set up, and it was like I had 2 prize cards left, so even I think, don't quote me with this. Turn 1, they went like Fennekin, knockout my Morlul. If they didn't do that, I had the potential to get like a turn 2 Rillaboom out and a Genesect and start going crazy. Or it was Sceptile. It was Sceptile. Yeah, I could have got a turn 2 because I had a Trico and a Morlul. And if they didn't take a knockout of the Morlul, I could have gone for Shiinotic. And I had Forest Giant Plants in hand, and we could have got Sceptile out and Powerful Storm for 40 plus a Muscle Band, 160 to knock out the Fennekin, and put them in a very bad space because then they couldn't get their Delphox online. So, but that didn't happen because they just one-shot my Morlul instead with their, I think, yeah, it was Fennekin plus Fire Energy plus Muscle Band for one shot. And then round 5, I played against a no-show. So what I kind of realized after playing rounds 2 and 3 Then I think what I want to try next time is, well, we could play like more basic attackers, but I think at grass you have a lot going for you. Now, don't get this wrong. I probably just had a bad experience because my price guards are really bad. Games 2 and games 3. But out of top 8, 3 of them were grass, or 2 of them were grass decks. So that does say something. Maybe grass is like the better play. It did not end up winning. It did not win. I'll tell you that much. But still, I had fun. There's a lot of thinking you got to do, like of where you're going to place your energies at, where you're going to attack, and stuff like that. So I do like the format a lot. It just seems like if you prize the stuff, you're in a bad situation. So like I said, I would probably cut this card for Peonia. Right? That seems pretty good. And I have to look to see what else is available. I've never played this format before, and Grass won the last format. I was even like thinking cutting this for a capture energy just to find more Pokemon. And then, like I said, maybe I'll play Weakness Guard energy because like that one of Weakness Guard energy could have like turned the tide. Like a Pokemon could have survived the turn if I hit it at the right time. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of thinking. So let's see. So let's cover some different decks, right? We're not gonna go to full different decks. Yeah, whatever. I don't think I did anything. So second place, I believe, or first place was I'm like 90% sure it was Lightning, so it's right here. So this is what got second place. And I haven't seen this list just yet, but we'll dissect them real quick. As you see, there's a bunch of things going on here. Zebstrika is going to discard your hand, draw 4. Flaffy's going to accelerate. You have Flaffy and Electric. Wow. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It makes it where you have like 2 energy power up. Oh, this is going to let you draw. You have 4 cards. So you have this to discard your hand, draw 4. This to draw. You have 4 cards in hand. This is pretty good one of attacker because if it comes from the bench to the active, it does 70 more damage, so 80. What is this Pokemon? Regieleki? Leaky? I don't know. Does 120. Discard all lightning from his Pokemon. This attack does 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's pretty cool. I like that spread attack there. Tapu Koko, Flying Flip. To spread, Raikou has Amazing Shot. Does 120, 120 to your opponent's bench Pokemon. So like a spread kind of deck, right? And then, as you see, there is an Aurora Energy. Counts as any type of energy. We have a Lightning, Water, Steel, Metal. Or Steel Fighting, sorry. Counter Energy counts as 2 energies. Spade to draw 2. And then 4 lightnings. That's crazy. Only 4 energy in here. This only plays 8 energies, so you can play a bunch more training cards in this deck. There's cards like Counter Gain, so you have one colorless attack, which is pretty nice. What else is in here? It's pretty cool. Electric Power to do additional 30 damage, so that could like bump up your stuff out of nowhere. I like the town map in here. Revive to get back a base Pokemon. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, seems pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's just like I'm going to spread with like Koko, shoot you with Raikou if need be. You got the Regieleki. I don't know how to say that Pokemon's name. Zapdos. So you have like, it's literally like, these are set up Pokemon right here, right? Draw cards, right? And these are to power up your guys, and then these are your attackers. This guy discards. This guy's just going to swing. This guy's going to spread. This guy's going to just like, yo, can you imagine once you get a Raikou powered up? You're just 120 every single time. Seems pretty good. So yeah, that got first place, this lightning deck, so that's pretty cool. All right, and second place was actually good old Andrew Mahone with his water deck. Now water's always been like pretty popular from what I can see. Blasto's got Deluge, attach water energies. You still play like Drizzile and Inteleon for consistency. Octo to draw 5 in your hand. You got Frostmaw to attach water energies. So you have like this one to attach water energies and this one to attach water energies. So that's pretty cool. This one only goes to your bench Pokemon. This goes to everybody. Starmie to get back your water G's. That's pretty cool. Wailord is like Tinky 200, but it's weak to lightning. So I imagine that's what the downfall was in that matchup there. And then Wishy Washy, Scatter. If this Pokemon has damage counters on the flip coin, if tail, shuffle this Pokemon on cards attached into your deck. So you can basically like hide your Wishy Washy if need be. There's Beacon Vulpix. There is the Lapras with Hydro Pump. So yeah. That, and like I said, water's been kind of always been popular. 10 water, 1 splash, keep of toughness. So yeah, there's water. So there's a water deck. And now it's powered by good old Tricky Jim himself, Mr. Andrew Mahone. What's up? I don't know. Okay. And third place, I believe, was Grass. The interesting thing about this, he did play a shiny, he played a Shaman. So that's pretty cool. Everything else seems pretty much the same. He played 14 Pokemon. Did that many I played? No, I played 13. So the only difference, he played Shaman, and he played Peony, so I like that a lot. He played Raihan, which is good too. I have to like look at his list to see what else is different. He played a Turf over Tropical Beach. Tropical Beach might be just hard to get online. It's a pretty hard card to get. So yeah. Everything else is pretty much the same though. Pretty much the same. Dude, I didn't make any changes to the list. Stop asking me. Alright, and fourth place, we have another water deck. It played Milotic and Articuno. It looks a little bit different. It doesn't play Blastoise either. Who did he lose to? He actually lost to Mahone. So Mahone played the better water deck. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Who knows? I wasn't there. In fifth place was Metal. This is pretty surprising because I don't think I've ever seen Metal do like well at a GLC event. If I'm wrong, let me know. So a lot of these cards I'll have to read real quick. Bronzong is going to let you attach Metal Energies. A pretty consistent thing. Metagross. Your Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. That's pretty cool. Lightquake does 100. Then if any Pokemon's evolution, it can't attack your opponent's next turn. So that's going to shut them down. There's a Copperajah. 120. If your bitch Pokemon made any damage counter zone, this attack does 120 more damage. So 240, and you have 190 HP. That is tanky. Dialga. Metal Blast, 60 plus 20 for each metal. There's Berserker. Your metal Pokemon do 20 more damage. And then Meowth, discard 2, find a Berserker if need be. Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash. All your Pokemon take 30 less damage. Whoa. And one Jirachi. So I guess you just slowly power up by Copperajah and stuff. You just like slowly power up your Stage 2 Pokemon. You have cards like Metal Frying Pan, so you take like 60 less damage with Aegislash now. And like this as well. So that's another negative 30. And you have Shield Energy, so you take reduced 10 more. Yo, you are super tanky. Oh, they play Lusamine. I haven't seen that card really that much either. Skateboard, because you can Jirachi can retreat while it's asleep with Skateboard, but not with Air Balloon, which is a cool thing to know. Malalana to heal. Is there more healing cards that's on Malalana? A Crystal Cave. Oh yeah, look at there. It's pretty cool. So it's like a tanky metal deck with cards like Aegislash to heal. Metagross give them free retreat and can do a ton of damage, make it where they can't attack. Copperajah is just a tank, right? Like you're 190 with essentially 60 more damage. You are a tank there. I'm proud of you, Metal. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't seen Metal that much that I know of. So there's another grass deck. And then we have a fire deck. Ooh. Ah! Okay, fire. Here's fire. Is this who I lost to? No. This is a different fire player. This is a different fire player. Okay. But it looks pretty much the same. Delphox, Mystical Fire to drop 6 cards in your hand. Blaze Balls, a pretty powerful attack. What does this card do? It does 90, 182 advantage. Yo, shout out to Kevin. This guy can high pressure blast 150 for a basic is pretty good. Salazzle is good because you discard a fire, draw 3. Magcargo, like the combination of Magcargo and Salazzle, like Magcargo's going to smooth over, put a card on top of your deck. Salazzle's going to let you discard and draw cards. Emboar's going to let you attach fire energies, which is pretty good. Delphox going to let you draw cards, and then Volcanian's a good attacker. So that's a combo there, right? Delphox to draw, Emboar to attach energies. And then not only that, you have this too, which can snipe for 50, which is pretty cool, 120. You have cards like Blacksmith to attach 2 fire energy from your discard pile to one of your fire Pokemon, and you have Welder to attach 2 fire energies to one of your Pokemon, draw 3. So that's pretty cool. So you have like this acceleration with Welder, acceleration with Blacksmith, and you have an Emboar to do more acceleration in the late games. So yeah, fire I think it's always been an okay spot. I don't think it's ever been like in a fantastic spot. From what I know, it's like, and what's really surprising to me is no Psychic Pokemon made top 8. No Psychic Pokemon. I think it's the last one. It's the last one. What's in the 8th place? 8th place was another grass deck. It's totally different. Let's go ahead and just copy this real quick. Let's go to this grass deck because this is a very different grass deck. It's very different. Very, very different. So like, just to groove out to search for grass Pokemon. Okay, for Mantis, you do 20 more damage. Vespiquen, 120. Okay. Flapple, Acid Spray for 60. Put 2 damage counters if you want to. Buzzwold, 16. Does 20 more damage for each price card your opponent's taken. Jump Love for spinning attack? Oh, no. You play that tool card, right? You have to play the tool card. Yes. There it is. Rapid Strike Scroll of Swirls. Oh, yeah. With Rapid Strike Energy and a Grass Energy, you can do a ton of damage. Like, this guy is doing 30 to everybody, right? But then if you take a knockout, you can attack again, and then you have cards like Fomantis, so you do 20 more damage, you do 50 everybody. That's pretty cool. And then you have Lavini, you're taking 40 less damage. So this is a very different grass deck here. This is going to snipe for 40, 80, and then 80. Yeah, it's another grass deck. That's pretty cool. That's different. It's definitely different. So yeah, there's GLC. Maybe one day we'll film some videos of GLC. It's just hard to get good videos and like people to play. So maybe one day we'll play some games with GLC and see what happens. But yeah, and like I said, the decks I've always done well that I know of is usually Lightning, Water, and Psychic. So it's interesting that no Psychic decks made top 8, and there's only one Lightning deck. But I think it's always changing, right? It just depends on what you hit, right? I do think that maybe playing the Stage 1 deck is probably like the better play, maybe? I don't know. It's still new. It's still new to me. I'm thinking a lot. We'll play some more GLC tournaments and hopefully do better. I do like this new grass deck. The one card I want to see someone do well with, and I was trying to figure it out yesterday, is this guy. I want to put one damage counter on each. Oh, man, maybe play it with this way. Maybe play with this deck. Oh, man. Celebi plus Jump Bluff? Oh, man. Like, you do early game Celebi, start doing Jump Bluff? Is that a thing? Can that be a thing? Huh. Because Flapple does 2 damage counters when he punches Pokemon, but what if we just take out the Flapple instead? What if we take out Flapple? Interesting. Huh. Maybe that's something to look into. We'll see. Got a lot going on here. Josh thinking about a lot of stuff. But I really do like the spread idea. Display stretcher. My brain is spinning now because I really want that Celebi to be good. Because like a Leap Through Time seems really good. I don't know. We'll see. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow for Main Deck Monday. First main deck of 2022. Can you guess what it is? I know what it is. I recorded it, so I cheated. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you tomorrow. Alrighty. Bye.